Hello my loves, Benicia here. It is a beautiful Saturday morning, 11:50. I'm starving. I got a notebook just so like when I ask you guys to ask me questions, or if I have an idea of what I want to do for YouTube, or something crazy, I just have a notebook and it says, I don't know if it's focusing, but it says master plan. I think it's pretty cute. So far I think I got 22 questions. And I don't want to make this video too long, so let's go ahead and get to the video. The first question is, am I in a ASN or BSN program? I don't know what ASN is. Mine is called ADN, so maybe ASN is like for different states or something. But in North Dakota, there's BSN, which is like 4 years, and then there's ADN. That's the one I'm in. So right now I'm in my PN year, which is the LPN year, and then I'll be in my associate's degree in nursing year, which is the RN year. So yeah, I'm in the ADN program, not ASM. Second question, when will I graduate? I want to say May 2018, I want to say, because I go through fall of this year, I go through spring of 2017, I go through summer of 2017, then I go through fall of 2017, and then I go spring 2018, and then that's it. My RN finishes at spring 2018. So I want to say I'm going to graduate in like the summer, I guess, of 2018, if that's how they do it. I don't know if they graduate you as soon as the spring semester ends, or did they wait till summer, before you can fly family in or something. I don't know how it works, but I just know 2018 definitely I will be graduating. Do you have any specialties in mind? Question number 3. I've always wanted to work with mom baby because I love kids, but then again, if you watch Grey's Anatomy, the best show on the earth, when I see how Arizona and Karev, how they take care of the babies, and then certain babies come in with like their heart outside their chest and their lungs and organs outside their chest, I don't think I could be able to take that. So, because I love kids so much, I think I just break down and cry every time I see in a crazy situation with a baby. So it was mom and baby, but then a lot of people said, every time I told somebody that, they were like, you should probably do something else to get you more experience first before you go down to mom and baby, because you don't poke a lot of IVs and you don't do as much as you do on adults as you do on babies. And I was like, that is kind of true, and I do want experience. I don't want, so like if I do move on in my career, I don't want to just say I work with mom and baby. I mean, that is cool and you can get farther with that, but I want experience actual working with adults and poking them, starting IVs, starting NG tubes, starting more stuff. So I don't know what I have in mind. Actually, I have everything in mind. I want to work everywhere, but the 2 places I know I will never work, never say never, but I don't want to work, in my opinion, is trauma ER. I can't take that. I do have a very weak stomach. Now I bet you guys are wondering, like, how is she gonna do this with a weak stomach? I can take certain stuff, but I just can't. I don't think I can do the ER and the trauma. And ER, you have to kind of think on your feet. I'd rather have my own patients where I'm close knit, like a med surge or ICU. I'd rather have my close patients that I know everything about, instead of having people come in and out and I don't know anything about them and having to think on my feet like, okay, you need this, you're allergic to this, so not right now. Maybe later on in my future, in my life, I'd probably work there, but right now, no. I just want them something slow and steady to start with. Question number 4. Do you have any future goals in nursing? To be honest, I hate school. So I don't see myself going farther than an RN. But then again, I was also talking to my other classmates, and I was like, if by the time I get to 2018, God willing, and I have my RN degree or whatever, like before I get my RN degree or something, if I feel like I want to go on to my bachelor's, I will go on. But if not, I'm just going to stay at RN, because I think it's everywhere though, in order to be like in charge or whatever, or to be a DON or something of the floor, you have to have a bachelor's. And I don't want leadership, to be honest. I don't want to be in charge. It's not that I can't handle it. I'd rather not. I just want to go to work and come home. I don't, see my patients and stuff. I don't want to have to be in charge. So if it's up for that, then I don't really need my bachelor's. But I'm also afraid that in 2 years or so, they're going to be like, hey, everybody who has ADN or whatever, go back and get your bachelor's. And I'm going to be terrified because I hate school so much. So it's kind of a toss-up. It's like 50-50. I don't want to not do it, and then in 3-4 years, they tell me I have to do it. And I don't want to do it because I hate school. And it's online, which I don't like. I'll let you guys know, though. Whatever I do, I will let you guys know, of course. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question number 5. How much or often do you study per week? Eesh. I should study more. Let's just start with that. I did show you guys this board in my last video that I'm going by, and every time I do something, I put a check. I'll show you guys really quick. Every time I do something, I put a check by it. All these checks, and then bam. I didn't study health assessment yesterday. I really didn't. I went out to eat with Lisa. Let me get back comfortable. Yeah, so I didn't study health assessment yesterday. But I think today I'm going to study, it says study foundations for today, but I might study health assessment because I know our first exam is on health assessment in like 2 weeks. So I think that's first. So I think I'll study that first. These things are really irritating. I don't know how people wear these. Like on my skin. But anywho, for the video. Question number, so how much often do I study? Going by that board, I should study a lot, but I don't study that much. I don't know how many hours I study, to be honest. I don't count my hours. You just look at the days that I study, and then it shows on my test, to be honest. I don't count my hours. I guess I should. I don't know. I just know I take breaks. Always take breaks. Anyways, next question. Number 6. What are your study techniques? I don't know. I don't have really study techniques. I guess I just said it. Studying for an hour and then taking a break and then going back to that same chapter. For example, if I study chapter 7 in nutrition, which I did, so I'm going to just go based off that. I studied 7 in nutrition, and while I'm reading the chapter, I'm actually going and looking at the true or false, and I'm looking at the study questions, and I'm looking at the objectives, the learning objectives. So while I'm reading, I'm finding the answers to all 3 of those. So then it helps you kind of learn the chapter more. And after I do that, I go to the end, and then I answer the study questions on a piece of paper. I just write down the answers I think they are. Then I go to the back of the book, and then I see if whatever I got right, whatever I got wrong. And then whatever I got wrong, I find it to make sure, like, why I got wrong, kind of reading the rationale. So I find it in the book, and then I'm like, oh, that does make more sense. So then that's how I study. It's easy like that for nutrition. For my other classes, they're very, very different. Like, you have to have different study techniques for different classes, because my other classes, I can't do that with those because they don't have true or false. They don't have, they have learning objectives and they have study questions in the back. But like health assessment, it doesn't have study questions in the back. It doesn't have true or false. It doesn't have anything. So you just have to read, and then that's it, pretty much. But yeah. Question number 7. Let's just go with that. I should have numbered them. I put, what's my end goals? I think I already answered that. Yeah, my future goals in nursing. So you guys already know. I don't know what my end goal is for the future, but I know right now I just want to get my RN degree. I just want to get my LPN degree. And then I want to get my RN degree. And then if I feel like going on to bachelor's and stuff, I will go on. But I'm just trying to get through school one day at a time. Question number 8. How's school going so far? Oh, God. When people ask me this question, I get depressed. Because, okay, school is going good. I love school. I love my classmates. I love everybody. I love my instructors. I like my instructors. Let's just say that. I like my instructors. School is just really rough. I know it's accelerated, and I know that we're going faster than the normal 4-year program. We're doing what you would normally do in 4 years in like 2 or like in 11 months or something like that. So it is difficult. They give you a lot of reading. They just throw a bunch of stuff at you, and you just have to, take it all in. So school's good though. School is good. I'm passing everything so far, so that's all that matters right now. You need a 76 or above in all your classes to go on to the next semester, so I'm just fighting because that one test I failed. Well, it doesn't really count because 5% of your grade, but y'all, Coming to Mind is so interesting. I love the show. But yeah, school is good. School is great. I love school. I try to take it 1 week at a time. Every time I have a bad week, or if I do have a bad week, or if I have a breakdown, like yesterday I cried in class or whatever, but if I do have a breakdown, I cried to her, nobody see me, but if I do have a breakdown, I try to say that next week will be better. So after yesterday, I'm like, I need to, recuperate myself. I need to get together. And I snap back, talking to my mom, of course. And I snap back, and then I'm like, okay, next week has to be better. So this week, this weekend, I'm putting my mind to study, to do whatever I can, and then next week will be better than this week, So I'm trying to make every week better than the week previous. Okay, next question. I'm gonna say we're on question 9. Yep. Any tips for future nursing students that I wish someone would have told me? I don't know that much people that went through nursing school. I know probably 2 people. I would say 3, but the third one I don't really talk to at all. We were in color guard together, and not the Army color guard. We were in like where you throw the flags and the rifles in the air and you dance and stuff for the band and stuff. We were in that together. I didn't even know she was going into nursing school. Do I wish somebody would have told me? Not really, because even if they would have told me something, it's not the same program. It's not gonna be the same experience. Every YouTube video I watched, they said time management and get a planner, and planners aren't for me, so it doesn't really matter. Time management, I have to figure out my own time management. I'm still trying to figure out, and it's like going into week 5. So no, I really don't know that I would wish somebody would tell me something. But any tips for future nursing students? I would probably tell them relax. I wish someone would have told me that. That's the only thing I probably wish someone would have told me, was to relax, breathe, take one day at a time. Because that orientation, I was like overwhelmed. I almost wanted to cry, because it's like so much money due, and then you have to get these books, and you have to pay for all this, and it's just a lot. So I feel like if you just breathe and relax and you take one day at a time, you really do get through it. Like, we're already on week 5. I would never guess that I would have been on week 5 already. We only have there's 16 weeks, I believe. So I only have like 11 weeks left, if that's right. I'm just going off the top of my head. So it's like, yeah, just take one. I would tell future nursing students, take one day at a time. Breathe. Don't expect to know everything, because I literally, when I used to study, like the first week when they said we have a test or whatever, or a quiz, I used to be like, how the hell am I going to know all this? But just breathe, relax. That's the only tip I can give you. Yeah, just breathe, relax. You will make it. We all will make it, okay? We all going to be nurses. We all going to be RNs. We all going to be nurse practitioners. We all going to be nurse anesthetists. Whatever you want to be, you will be it. You'll be a certified clinical specialist or whatever. We will make whatever we want to be out of ourselves. Just know that. Question number D's. D's is 10 in Creole, actually. I'm about to say dues, but D's is Creole for 10. Question number 10. What led or inspired me to do nursing? Let me tell you this funny story. It might take a while, but I'm going to shorten it for you guys. When I was younger, really younger, I wanted to be a teacher. And I remember I had a dresser. It was white, and it was this kind of, not material because it's a dresser. It was this kind of like, I don't think it was wood, but it was some type of material, I guess you could say. And I could write on it with dry erase marker. So what I used to do, and it was white, of course, so I used to write on it with dry erase marker, like 2 + 2 = 10. And I don't even remember how old I was. I was probably around 6 or 7 or something, and I just wanted to be a teacher. So what I would do is I had stuffed animals, probably like 1, because I was such a tomboy. But I had a stuffed animal or 2, and I had dolls. I don't know why, because I was such a tomboy, but whatever. And then I would put them in place, and I would put a bunch of paper. Literally, I would put loose leaf paper all over my floor to where I couldn't walk. It was like probably 50 sheets of paper on the floor for what they were my students. Then I would write on the dresser or whatever, the nightstand. It was a nightstand. I would write on the nightstand and write problems and have them solve it. And mind you, I was like 5 or 6, so it wasn't like hard problems. It was just 2 + 2 or 4 + 4, and I would, explain how I would solve it to them. And then I got out of that phase, and then I got into middle school. That was like elementary school. Then I got into middle school, and I wanted to be a photographer. I'll never forget. I was taking pictures, and my pictures, I'm not gonna lie, were pretty cute for that era. They were nice. I bought a camera. It was like this big at Walmart. I never forget. It was gray or silver. It was a silver camera, and I used to take pictures of everything. Then one day, I was outside in front of my house, and I left the camera on the ground, and a car ran over it. So I literally cried, and I lost everything. And then that's when I lost the passion for photography. So then my mom was like, you know, if you're Haitian, you know this. They're like, oh, nurse, CNA, not CNA, nurse, doctor, you know, like that, because money. And I was like, I would be a good nurse because I like people. I like, you know, interacting with people. So I was like, So then in my high school years, so like I really had 3 different types of careers in my head. So then in high school, I was like, okay, I'm growing up. I need to really figure out what I'm going to do with my life. So then I was like, okay, I'll be a nurse. And then that's how I became to be a nurse. And now I really like it. And I'm not doing it for the money. I'm not doing it because it's fast, because it is stressful. I'm doing it because I really think I'll be good at it, and I really like people. Sometimes I like people. So, yeah, I think I'm really excited to do it. Question number 11. How many classes am I taking? This is confusing. I'm taking I'm taking foundations. I'll just tell you guys how many classes I'm taking. I'm taking foundations of nursing, which is fundamentals, I guess. I'm taking health assessment. I'm taking nutrition, which is like in the same block, I guess, if you want to say it. Confusing, but if you watch, I'll put the link below to my what's in my backpack video, and you guys can see what I'm talking about when I say the same block. Nutrition, I'm taking clinical practice, the lecture part, and I'm taking clinical practice, say that 10 times fast, clinical practice, the lab part where we learn our skills and stuff. So I would probably say 5 classes. Do I have skills check off every week? Yes, I do. I have skills check off every Wednesday. Excuse me. I have skills check off every Wednesday. Every Friday the instructor demonstrates, and then every Wednesday we perform our skills. How many hours a day do I study, prepare for school? I already said that. I don't really have amount of hours. I just go off my little board there, and I like to kind of study at night, so I just go off my little board. Prepare for school, same thing. Every night I pick out my outfit. Even if I'm going to school at 12:30, because I have 12:30 school on Wednesdays and Fridays, 12:30 to 4, which is my lab clinical, where I, you know, practice my skills and learn my skills. But then Tuesday and Thursday I have class 8 to 11:50, 3 different classes. But so every time before, like every night, I would prepare what I'm gonna wear, put everything that's gonna go in my backpack, all the books that I need for that day. I put my snacks in my lunchbox. I put my juice in the refrigerator. So in the morning, I'm not like scrambling. Let's just go with that. So in the morning, I'm not scrambling to find everything. I just do everything that night. So I guess that's how I prepare for school. If you guys want, let me know in the comment box, or like comment below if you want me to do like a day in the life or something, like me waking up and getting breakfast and stuff like that. If you want to see my whole routine for the whole day, I guess. I don't know. When do my clinicals start, and what type of setting? Clinicals start, okay, so November 2nd at 6:45 in the morning. I signed up for the flu shot clinical. We all have to go, but then I just chose that time. So we're going to be going to the nursing home, and we're going to be giving them flu shots, like the employees, the residents, everybody, which I can't freaking wait for. So November 2nd, we're going to be doing that. And then I know at the end of the semester, for like 3 days, we're going to the nursing home. And I don't know if we're shadowing. I don't know if we're actually doing stuff, but I'm pretty sure that's clinicals too. So nursing home. And then in January, when we go back to school, I believe we're going to the hospital, and we're going to a nursing home. So yeah. So I guess acute type of setting. How many people were accepted into your program? There were originally, I think, 30. They only accept 25 to 30 students, but like every year they are only, like, I guess they're only allowed or something to accept 25 to 30 students. This year they accepted 35 students, but then 3 people dropped out. One dropped out after 2 days in the class, and then 2 of them dropped out before school, I guess, even started. So yeah, so 3 people dropped out. So but I don't think there's 33. I think there's like 31 of us, so maybe more people dropped out, or they didn't accept 35 people, because I think there's only 31 of us. There's all girls, and then there's 4 boys. Is nursing school what I expected to be? Is it harder or easier? I don't know. Because when I watch the videos of people on YouTube and say, oh, it was hard and they're crying and stuff, I'm like, it might not be like that for me. So I don't know if it's what I expected. I guess it is kind of what I expected. It is hard. Oh my gosh, it's harder than anything you'll ever probably do in your life. If you look, I don't know if I will insert it, but I'll insert a picture right here or something, and it's going to be saying how nursing school or whatever the health thingy is like the hardest degree in the Guinness World Board Records or whatever how you say it. The Bachelor's of Science degree is the hardest degree to achieve according to the Guinness World Book of Records or whatever. It is pretty hard. I would never call nursing school easy in my life. I would never tell someone it was easy. It's the freaking hardest thing you probably will ever do. It's really hard, but it is rewarding. You meet cool people. I love everybody that I'm in school with. We're all like a close-knit family. So yeah, I love it though. It is hard though. So study your butts off. Do really good in your prereqs to get in. How much do nursing programs cost? I don't know how much every nursing programs cost, but mine, how much did mine cost? I don't know. It said program fee and it said $400. So I'm guessing that's how much it was. But books were $1,120. Scrubs were $80. Shoes were $54 or like $55. School supplies were probably like $50. So they all add up. Stethoscope was $61. Sphygmomanometer was or blood pressure cuff was $40. Just say $40. So laptop was $2,000. So it adds up. I mean, and you need a laptop and then you need everything else. So I guess it's expensive though. I don't know how much it costs exactly. Do you think having a job in nursing school is manageable? This is a hard question. I have a job in nursing school. I do work only every other weekend. That isn't manageable for me, to be honest. I hate it. I hate working. Okay, this is what I would tell you guys. I'm like so comfortable. If you do not have to work in nursing school, please don't work. You do. If you have sufficient enough funds or you live with your parents and they're doing good jobs or something, do not work. Just study and, you know, focus on yourself and like don't study 24/7. That's not what I'm saying. But, you know, have a day to relax for yourself. Like today is my day to chill and relax. I am going to study later, probably around 7, but it's only 12 o'clock. So I'm going to chill until that time. So like today's my day to chill. I went food shopping. I cleaned my car. I vacuumed it. You know, listen to some music. I'm doing the YouTube video. I'm going to clean. You know, I'm going to take a nap and chill. Have one day to just chill. But it is manageable. There's some people who work a lot in nursing school and they get a straight A's. And I'm not a straight A student and I'm working. So, who work more than me, I'm saying, and they get straight A's. So it is manageable. You just have to know how to manage it. Like when school first started for me, that first week, I told my manager, I was like, don't schedule me for the first week at all. Like, at all. Don't put me on no days. And I think it was my weekend of work, but I was like, don't put me... No, it wasn't my weekend of work. I don't know. I doubt it was. But it fell perfectly. I was like, just don't put me to work. Because I need to come up with a day. I need to come up with how I'm going to study. I need to come up with a schedule. So before you put me to work, let me figure my life out. So if you guys are able to do that with your job, I would suggest it. It helps me a lot. Now I know days to study. I know what days I'm off. I know what days. It's perfect. So I just work every other weekend. It is manageable. Like I said, don't take on too much work. I mean, even if you need money, try to study around it or something, but it is manageable. You just have to know how to manage it yourself. Because what works for me every other weekend might not work for you, you know. So do I record my lectures, and if so, does it work for me? The program I'm in, I don't have to record my lectures because the teachers record their lectures already. It's something that's called Tegrity. I don't know if your guys' school has it, but our school does. It's called Tegrity. So when we're in class, it's like a TV-based system or something. Like the teachers are examples. Camera cut off, but yeah, where I am, it's something. What? I didn't know this shirt goes back, but it's something that's called Tegrity. So our teachers, while they're teaching us, they record themselves so we can go listen to it later, basically. So because they're on a computer and they're somewhere else, we don't physically see them. We just have like it's like almost like a Skype type thing, I guess you want to say. So one big screen, we can see them. The other big screen is their PowerPoint, and they just teach us like that. So, and they're teaching like 1,100 students, not 1,000, but they're teaching a lot of us at once. So we just go back and we listen, and it is cool. I'm not gonna lie. Question number: do we have to retain everything in nursing school? Yes, I would say yes. Okay, not everything. Everything is such a big statement. You have to retain most of everything. Yeah, it's not like general classes where like you learn it like English or math and you learn it and you just throw it out when school's finished. No, you have to remember this stuff to bring on with you in your future, which is probably my problem. I'm not good at remembering stuff, but it is kind of interesting stuff, so you want to remember it. So yeah, but you do have to kind of remember a lot of stuff, and you do have to retain a lot of information, because everything that they're teaching you now is what you're going to be using for clinicals and what you're going to be using for you know, the real life. So you would want to retain it. I would say yes, you have to retain everything in nursing school, unfortunately. Maybe. If so, how do you do it without forgetting it? Let's pertain to the last question. Just study and applicate it to, like, if they say apple, because this is a real thing, apple, people who are shaped like apples are in more danger than people who are shaped like pears. Kind of applicate it into your life, like, am I an apple or am I a pear? Am I more in danger than someone else? Just kind of put it to where somewhere you understand it, basically. That's the only way I could tell you. I don't know if that was a good example, but kind of make it stick in your head to where something that you remember. Everybody has different ways of remembering stuff. I remember stuff very weird and really different than other people do, so just find a way that works for you. Yeah, that's the only thing I can tell you. How do I know what nursing specialty I want to do after school? I don't really know what specialty I want to do after school. That was my last question. I don't really know what specialty I want to do after school, like I told you guys before. I'm just going with the flow. Really, to be honest. Until I get to clinicals, I will never probably know what I want to do. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys have any more questions, I will be doing another one. If I get enough questions, I will do another one. But yeah, I didn't get any more, so I was like, oh, let me just do it today. But yeah, that's it for this video. Again, I will link the what's in my backpack video below, and I will link the week 4 nursing school below to show you guys how it went. And I will be doing a week 5 video. And then when the tests start coming up, I don't know if I'll be vlogging and filming as much, because I'll be having to study a lot. So we'll see. But any other videos you guys want me to do, if any of you guys want me to do, I know you guys want me to do a how I study video. I want to do that later when I figure out how to study. A tips on, I actually want to do a tips on like future nursing school students. Not advice, but kind of like tips, like tips and tricks, I guess, and ways to save money and stuff like that. If you guys want to see a video like that, hit the like button, and I will, you know, do that. A video on me doing tips for new nursing students. Give this video 50 likes. That's probably backwards, but anyways, give this video 50 likes and then I will do it. So let's get those likes. Keep commenting, keep sharing, keep subscribing. Number 1, I thank you guys a lot. I am at 400 subscribers, 407 subscribers. Once I hit 1,000, I think I will do something big. I don't know what I would do, but I will do something big for you guys. But yes, I am at 407 subscribers. I thank you guys so much. I love you guys for always rocking with me, for always being there, for always commenting, for always, you know, showing me support. Because I am going to tell you guys how it is. I'm going to be really raw. Even if I fail a test and cry about it, you guys will see. You guys will be probably the first people to know. Also add me on Snapchat. I will put it right here. I love Snapchat. I'm very active on Snapchat. I love Snapchat. I'm addicted to Snapchat. So I do post like really random stuff and really weird stuff, and I can be more personable with this at school than with a camera, because we're not allowed to like really film inside, but I'm always like filming stuff at school on my phone. So add me on Snapchat, and that is it. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.